if you're in your 40s, your 50s, and you want to get fitter, or you just want to get fit, you want more strength, you want more resilience, you want a better recovery rate, you want more stamina, you just want to get leaner, you've got to get into cycling, and you've got to get into indoor cycling. You've got to start Zwifting. Zwifting is, for me, I do it 3 times a week. You can race against some of the top World Tour riders in the World Tour. You can just do social rides. You can do structured workout plans, which are from anything from zone 1, zone 2, longer rides, recovery rides, right up to zone 5 and in high intensity, full gas rides. I'm going to show you an example of racing. So, start of the race. This is a race, at the top right you could see we're category C, 18 riders. You can see on the right you have the order, so currently in third. The top right hand corner you can see there's 2 laps, 1 of 2 we're on, 7.5 miles. So this is roughly 15 miles on the Volcano Flat Circuit, 15.4 miles, you can see on the top bar. On the top left you can see my statistics, so starting with a wattage, running at 336, 337, 341, going from left to right on the top. My cadence, so the rate I'm pedalling, is 90 RPM. I've currently burnt 100 calories, 101. That is because I've done a 12 minute warm up, so I've already been warming up, and it starts counting the calories as soon as you sat behind the race start line. Just below that is your watts per kilo, so I'm currently 76 kilograms, so that's calculating that. On the left is the average wattage for the first 0.3 miles is 299, 298. The top bar you can see, you've got the miles an hour, you've got the miles completed, you've got a completion bar below that showing lap 1 of 2. Just to the right of the miles completed, you've got the climb so far, which is 10 feet, and your elapsed time. Just below that, you're accumulating what you call drops. I'm nearly at 600,000. Those can be used later to upgrade your bike, upgrade or change your clothing, your helmet, your cycle shorts, your shoes, your glasses on your avatar. So they're quite a bit of fun in the game. So going back to the race itself, I've really put out here for the first 0.7, 0.8 mile. I'm running in second with Jay Neal, and we're running averaging nearly 280 watts, trying to get a lead over the pack. The pack seems quite strong. They're only 0.1 second, which is probably equates to 10 to 15 metres behind. You can see them all catching up now. I've lost a bit of a burst, so I'm happy just to sit back in the pack. This is a relatively flat course. I think it's just over 300 feet climb, approximately 100 metres across the whole 15 miles. So it's relatively flat. A consequence to that, though, is it's going to be full gas. There's a little hill coming up here, but it literally is a little 3%. I try and stand on the pedals because I want to come to the top of the hill at the front of the pack and not get dropped. That's the key. Top right, by the way, you can see the gradient indicator as the percentage, so we're at a 3% gradient. And it's just a bit of a cheeky climb there. On the left, I'm already sweating. I've said in other videos I have a litre water bottle for anything less than 20 miles. A bottle of water with a Barocca dissolved in it, and that gives me the psychological edge. Going back to the video itself, and the title, as in over 40s, 50s, keeping fit. This is a fun way to keep fit, and I'm not saying displace running or going to the gym or weightlifting or any other sport you do, whether you're rowing, you're doing triathlons. This is something I really think can be structured and can be layered into your workouts, or if you're just starting, this is a fantastic low impact way of getting fit, getting lean, getting strength, especially in your legs, getting stamina, and obviously feeling better, especially when it's more difficult to lose the weight, to keep fitness, a base layer of fitness as you're getting over 40. It's just the aging process. It's much more difficult to get fit, it's much more difficult to sustain fitness, and it's very, very easy, as we probably all know, to lose the fitness and put on weight. So there's lots of different indoor software programs, cycling programs. Zwift is one which I really like. Others include Rouvy, and just Google indoor cycling, and you'll probably have 5, possibly 10 different applications and choices. But I find this 3 times a week. I do a high intensity race probably twice a week. And I try to do a bit longer ride, just a recovery ride, perhaps midweek in the evening after work, but less intense. Just going back to the race itself, I'm sat at the front here, 6.5 miles gone, coming up to the end of the first lap. What am I averaging? Averaging 259. So my average functional threshold power, FTP, is actually 248 currently, and that is the sustainable wattage over an hour, effectively. And there's lots of ways to measure that, but Zwift keeps a ZFTP stored. So obviously I'm halfway through almost, and I'm 10 watts over that threshold, albeit we've only done 16 minutes, but I'm, as you can see on the top bar, just under the watts, I haven't explained, but the green, the yellow, the orange and the red are, the orange and red meaning that you are at your FTP or over it, i.e. you're in the red. So almost half of this ride is at my functional threshold. Hence, I've got the towel every 2 minutes, mopping my brow. So we've done roughly half the climb, matching almost half the ride, nearly 20 minutes gone. I'm in a good position here. You can see your riders just haloed, so I've got the red jersey there, but you can just see a halo outline, just to indicate which one is your avatar. And you might notice he's sat up at the moment, and that means I'm getting an effect from the riders in front, a drafting effect. You wouldn't think it at 300 watts on the top left, but I am getting a drafting effect, and you'll see it as I come back into the pack, and it'll probably take me under 200 watts, but I'm able to still maintain pace with the lead pack, as you can see there, 200, 220 watts, and quite comfortably sat in the pack. My avatar there is dipping, and I could be right, tell me in the comments, or I could be wrong. I think that's when you're not feeling the full effect of the draft. Look, I'm up now, so I'm right behind the person in front. Obviously, when you're in the middle of the pack, that's most advantageous. But you can see there, I've no one in front of me, and I've no draft effectively. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. Coming up to the barrier very shortly, just cruising through it, just over 200 watts. Still averaging 256, so if I keep this up, my FTP will go up and be recorded in Zwift. Obviously, if your FTP is going up, that is a contributive factor towards putting you in higher categories. Zwift measures categories in one or two ways. There's categories A to C. I think there's A plus as well. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. But the Zwift Racing score is the main way that Zwift categorises which races you are eligible for. And that's a number between 0 and 1000. I'm 380, I think, roughly 390. and that puts me firmly in the C category. As you can see, I'm sprinting up the hill here, so I'm in a real position here. 5.5 miles to go. I'm front of the pack. 441 calories. I am feeling it, as you can see, bottom left. It looks really easy, but it's not. Just zooming forward here, get to within 4 miles, and I'm thinking, can I keep it up? I'm in the pack, but look, I'm going to do 260, 270 watts. So the lead pack are pushing on now, and I haven't too much left in me. I'm not a sprinter. I'm a consistent rider on the flat at decent power. .286, 300 watts there. So 11.5 miles gone, 242 feet climbed in almost 30 minutes. Still in the front group, 4 miles to go. Believe me, I'm absolutely hanging on here. I could have done with another water bottle. I'm unable to use the power up because I daren't stop the screen recording. And what you see here is them pulling away. I'm doing 275 watts and I'm unable to keep up with them. They've gone for a bit of a push, I think. I'm holding on still in the back, but you can see my wattage has died here, and indicated by the graphic. I am getting a thumbs up, which is really encouraging. I just didn't have the legs, and you can see they're just pulling away. I'm stood up, as you can almost see on the bottom left. I'm trying to get it back, probably doing 200 and a bit watts. I just had nothing in my legs, and I got dropped. 3.5 miles to go. Tried one more push, 365, 430 watts. Just nothing left, unfortunately. Did get dropped, but I'm in 9th position here out of 18, and my previous 2 races in the past 2 weeks, out of roughly 18, 20, I've come 14th and 12th. So this is an improvement and just shows my fitness is getting better. Below finally unlocked level 50, so I am a bit of a newbie on YouTube, but I've been doing Zwift for nearly 3 years, and I finally reached level 50, which I'll do another video about because you get certain aesthetic benefits for that. Racing now just to the finish. But again, you can see top left, done almost 600 and perhaps 650 calories, which is a tremendous midweek blast, high intensity. Averaging 237 watts there for the time indicated. You just see the finish line coming up now. So that is a bit of a result. Finished a minute and a half behind. Oh no, I can't see there, sorry. I did retain my distance between 10th, 11th, 12th. They did put a bit of pressure on. You wouldn't have seen that because I accelerated it up. The couple went to 6+ watts per kilo, but I kept I just put a little drive in and distanced myself. Finished 9th. Happy with that. Average 232 over the time. Just saving. Now Zwift has said my FTP's gone up there. So that's the second time. I'm smiling in the bottom left. Second time in 2 weeks, which is fantastic, showing I'm getting fitter. See me average there, 9th. Finished 1 minute 44 behind. Did over 3 watts per kilo. And the winner, just looking at the route here again. Bear with us. Boucherville FUN Race, that was called, category C. You can see level 50, top right. I've also done elevation 141 feet. I think you unlock the Tron bike at 150,000 feet. We'll see. ZFTP there probably haven't updated. VO2 max 46.5. Interestingly here, peak power though for 20, 30 and 40 minutes is today over the last 90 days. So, sorry, 15 minutes, 20 minutes and 30 minutes. Today I've got my little record of the last 90 days average, which again, improving performance. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe.